This is not going well. There you go. Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we are here to watch the Chainsaw Man Reze arc movie. Yeah, it's 3:30, not PM, that's AM, by the way. I just remembered 30 minutes ago that this movie was coming out today. 30 minutes ago. It is the 9th at 3 a.m. So that means the movie came out to Amazon Prime 3 hours ago. I bought it because obviously I would like to be able to go back and watch it whenever I want, if I want to. And also the renting was $20, the buying was $25. And so I was like, why the fuck would I not just buy it? It's only $5 more. But we are here. I'm gonna pre-apologize now. This video will probably be 3 to 4 hours long. You guys, if you're watching this video, if you have seen anything from my channel before, you know what you're getting into. So yeah, I'm gonna apologize now. I'm also gonna preface, this is very important, and I'll probably preface this when I start the actual thing up as well. I'm gonna preface this. I have read the manga. I have read all of part 1. I have not read any of part 2, but I have read all of part 1. So I know what happens in this movie. Obviously, I'm assuming if you're watching this reaction, you have seen the movie. But obviously, I know what happens at the end of it. I know the conclusion to this whole arc. There's details throughout that I definitely don't remember. And as far as I understand, the anime expanded on a bunch of stuff a ton, like fights and things like that. So, you know, there's going to be things. And there's a whole opening MV that wasn't in the manga. So there's obviously going to be things that I don't remember. It's been, I think, 3 years since I read part 1 at this point. It might be more. I read part 1 as soon as season 1 finished, so that was like 2022. So I think it has been about 3 years. Let me check when season 1 aired. Season 1 aired in, yeah, December of 2022. It's now December of 2025. It has been exactly 3 years. Because I read the manga literally in the month after the anime season 1 aired. Also, crazy statistic. I don't know why I'm just showing you guys a bunch of shit on my phone at the beginning of this video, but this is now, god damn it, this fucking camera. That says 91% right there. On AniList, that is the second highest rated movie of all time. And one of the highest rated things on AniList ever. I don't use my anime list. I don't like my anime list. It's like one of the most highest rated things ever. I'm so pumped. I loved this arc when I read the manga, though I will say the stuff after this is even better, which might sound incomprehensible. Oh yeah, let me clarify, because I know some people probably clicked off when they were like, oh, he's read the manga. I don't want to watch this video to get spoilers. I won't be talking about the manga at all. I won't reference any of the manga after the movie. This is going to be a completely anime friendly watch, anime only friendly watch. I have no intention of saying anything manga related. If I do, it'll be in its own. Maybe I'll talk at the very end of the movie about some manga stuff, like way at the end of the video, so you're able to click off and things like that. Or if there's manga comments, I'll make sure to make a little spoiler tag and things like that. Or if there is spoiler stuff, I might just, like, you know, cut it and move it to the end of the video, something like that. I don't quite know, but I could not be more pumped for this. Season 1, I watched a recap for that because, like I said, it has been like 3 years and the stuff of season 1 is very blurry. I watched a recap of everything that went on in season 1 before picking up this movie, and yeah, I did not go see it in theaters specifically so I could react to it, because I was like, I have to react to this movie. Chainsaw Man is one of my favorite series ever, so I have to be able to react to this movie since I wasn't around for reacting whenever season 1 aired. I started my channel, season 1 finished in 2022 of December, and I started my channel in April of 2023. So yeah, literally like a few months after I watched Chainsaw Man is when I started doing reaction videos. So alas, we are going to see where this is going to go in this movie. Obviously, I'm really hoping that they can expand on some of my favorite manga stuff from this arc, but as I said, the stuff after the stuff after this is even better, which is hard to believe, but we have, I think, enough for one more full season to cover the rest of part 1, and the rest of this is unbelievably big. I can't understate enough how good the rest of part 1 is after this movie, and this movie, like I said, is already like the second highest rated movie of all time. It has the same rating as Frieren, which Frieren is the highest rated anime of all time, which is crazy. So, alas, we're gonna hop into this. Like I said, I watched a little recap, you know, covering obviously what's going on where we left off last season. We had dealt with the snake girl. I don't even remember her name. We dealt with her, and we learned about, you know, obviously how we learned a lot of world building stuff, fiends and you know, devils in general, and we're looking for the bullets of the gun devil. That's been Denji's main thing with Makima, you know, using sexual stuff to make him do work for her. And Denji, one of my favorite characters of all time, one of my favorite MCs of all time, such an incredible character. He you know, grows up this child labored with his father's debt, and he is just trying to make do, and whenever he is presented with some sense of normalcy, you know, he has all these people around him manipulating him. And I mean, if I try to recap the entirety of season 1, I'm going to be here for another 10 minutes. I'm not going to do that. Obviously, if you need a recap, go watch I mean, you've already seen the movie. You don't need to hear me yap about season 1. This is more just getting it through my own brain what's going on. But Aki only has, I believe it was 2 years left to live per the cursed devil. He's used up that many years of his life, and he made a contract with the future devil, who told him, all I want to do is see how things play out, because you are going to die in the worst way possible. So that's what the future devil told Aki Hayakawa, and he gave him his eye so Aki can see a little bit in the future. He gave him his eye just for that's their contract that they made. So and then we met several other fiends at the end of last season who didn't get a ton of screen time, but we did meet them. You've got Beam, who obviously, if you have seen this movie, is going to be a big character in this movie. Once again, I'm probably going to talk about things before they happen, because I do know what happens in this movie. So, like I said, if you're like, I don't know how some people do this. I've done this before when watching reactions, where like I'm watching a show and I pause and I go watch a reaction up to the point that I've made it in the episode. I've done that before when I'm watching shit on my own. So if that is the case and you're doing that, come back to this video once you finish the movie, because I will probably talk about things like foreshadowing and things like that for what is going to happen throughout the arc of this movie, because I know what's going to happen. I haven't seen any clips of the movie except for let's see, I think I watched the first trailer when it came out, because I was like, I've already seen this, and then the trailer had so much more shit that I was like, oh my god, you know what, I'm not gonna look at anything more. I have heard the opening, Iris Out. I listened to that song the day it came out. Banger song. I'm excited to see the actual visuals with it. I have not seen the opening MV, so we'll get the visuals with that here at the beginning of this, because I have not watched that. And then I have heard a bit of Jane Doe, which is the end credit song. I purposefully avoided that song because I wanted to hear it when I actually watched the movie. But from what I heard, you know, it's that one little bit of Denji and Reze talking back and forth to each other. I've heard that bit of the song, but I haven't heard anything else of it. I purposely avoided that, which, god, I'm so happy this movie came out so quickly. I was struggling waiting. Like, you know, the Demon Slayer movie is still not going to come out for a while, and I plan on reacting to that too. I did not go see that in theaters. Yeah, that's probably not going to come out for a while, but the fact that this came out so quickly is, honestly, if you ask me, a pretty smart marketing decision, because it's out of theaters now. So the second it gets out of theaters, you're like, the movie is still fresh on people's mind. Drop it to streaming immediately. You'll have people buying that shit up like crazy. I think that's really smart, actually. To, as soon as your movie gets out of theaters, bring it to digital. I think that's really smart, because apparently the Chainsaw Man movie, correct me if I'm wrong on this, I think it only had a budget of like 10 million, 3 million, something like that, and that's translated to dollars, obviously. And it made like 140 million in the box office. That's insane. Holy fuck, what a profit. So anyway, they did an incredible job marketing for this movie. That's definitely partly why it did so well. Their marketing for this movie was phenomenal. Chainsaw Man hadn't been a blip on people's radar for years, because it was almost 3 years basically since season 1, and we'd heard like nothing of the movie until they dropped trailer. You had the opening MV come out before the movie came out. I don't like watching those things beforehand, obviously, but it was an incredible way to bring Chainsaw Man back into the public's eye. I think they did an incredible job marketing this movie, and it shows with how well praised, well received, and how much people watched this movie. I know people in my Discord server have said they went and watched it like 4 separate times in theaters. It was that good. So I could not be more excited. There is one OST as well that I heard a bit of. I think it's called In the Pool or something like that I cannot be more excited to see the scene for it, because I know what that scene is, and it's one of the most impactful scenes of part 1, if you ask me, in its symbolic nature and development for Denji as a character. And we'll get into all that when we get in the movie though. I need to stop yapping so much. It's already been almost 12 minutes, but I just have so much to say about my love for this series, and yeah, I hope you guys will stick around, even though I am a manga reader. Like I said, this is going to be anime only friendly the whole way through, until like maybe the very back end of the video, after like the credits have rolled, after I've done all my talking. Maybe I'll do like a spoiler segment where I talk about the future of the series and a possible season 2 and things like that. But you guys will not have to worry about that at all, and I hope you'll understand that it's been 3 years since I read this, and I read it all in one day, so my memory of everything here is going to be a tad bit fuzzy. So I'm excited to get into this. From what I do remember, I loved this arc, so I could not be more pumped. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover before we hop into this. I don't think so. I'm hoping the recap was enough to refresh my knowledge on everything, how Chainsaw Man works, how you know, the devils and concepts and things like that function. So we will see where that goes in this movie, and like I said, hopefully the recap was enough to fully refresh my mind. If not, I'll pick it up as we go. I'll be all right. Okay, I'm done stalling. Oh my god, I'm so pumped. I'm standing for this reaction. If you guys didn't know, I stand for all my reactions. I've been doing this standing for like a year now. I sit down at my job that I work at, and I sit down, you know, editing shit, and I was like, I need to stand up and move at some point. I sit down too much, and so I stand for my videos. I'm about to be standing for like 3 to 4 hours. Also, if it gets hot, I'm taking off this hoodie. But yeah, genuinely, this is gonna be a very long reaction, so buckle your fucking seatbelts and let's lock in. We got an hour and 40 minutes ahead of us of peak. I could not be more excited. It's 3:30 a.m. I'm feeling fantastic. Let's go. Per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to my reactions, so feel free to check out either of those over on Will. This full reaction, I'm probably going to end up having to cut a good bit of the movie. I don't know how copyright's going to work for this. I'm hoping I don't spend hours and hours and hours and hours editing this and then it gets copyright striked on YouTube. But if something was to happen on YouTube, this video is full uncut on Patreon, so go check that out there if you would like. Full uncut and unblurred, which means this whole like this is not here. It's just the box of the actual full movie. So I mean, you guys, if you watch enough reactions, you know how Patreon shit works. Feel free to check that out if you wish. I'm hoping this posting this goes okay. I'm hoping they're not super strict on copyright, but we'll see. I might end up being one of the first people to post it, maybe, because I am, like I said, watching this at 3 in the morning, but we'll see. Let's hop into this. I'm going to try my best to like not pause and talk a ton, so this isn't like 4 hours, but you guys know me. This video has already been rolling for 15 minutes. I don't know what it's going to be like when I edit it, but I have been recording for 15 minutes of raw footage already, so strap the fuck in and let's go. without further ado, let's hop straight into. I got awkward there for a second for whatever reason. Without further ado, let's hop straight into the Chainsaw Man movie, the Reze arc. Almost called a Reze arc. Let's hop in. Jesus, why am I struggling with this intro? Because I usually flow into my intro right from the Patreon thing. So since I did a little extra segment there, I'm fucking myself up. How do I do it now? Now I gotta think of how I do it. Hold on. Now without further ado, let's hop straight into the Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze arc. Yeah. Oh my god, this is so bad. Let's go. I'm so over this. Okay. I'm so fucking excited. Oh my god. I'm so happy this was so well received, because I remember myself thinking after I finished season 1, I was like, well, that was good, but people praise this series like it's the greatest thing of all time, and this is where it starts. Here on out, for the rest of part 1, this shit is unbelievably good. So, just, yeah. Season 1 is good, but I would say that's about all it is. It's everything after that that is absolutely incredible. Season 1 does the building blocks for what the rest of the series is going to encompass. Whoa. I love how they're doing this. There's the literal manga panel here. Hello, Denji. Like I said, I have so much to say about his character in revolving around season 1 and all of the above, but we'll talk about it more as the movie continues. The country mouse. Always dream and always forget. Let me pet you. Good morning, Denji. Denji Hayakawa. Yep, we pick up literally, this is the scene after where season 1 ended. Like, this is literally exactly where season 1 ended. Power is wearing this exact fit in the ED that's done by Eve. Also, I'm so excited to see the new art style. I thought season 1 looked great. I thought it looked fine, but from everything I've seen from that first trailer I watched about this movie, they have really honed it in on adapting Tatsuki Fujimoto's very unique art style, and I think that's great. What happened with the old director is very sad, though, but I don't want to, delve into that and make this all doom and gloom here at the beginning of the movie. Morning, Denji. Oh, God. Jesus. Ow. Meowie. Morning, Power. Yeah, you've got lots of horns now. Damn, Meowie's going crazy. I think the cat's name is Meowie, right? Going crazy over there scratching. I just think he's still in a dream with her horns. Jesus! Ow. What a way to wake up. Thanks, Power. Yeah, also, they only have closed captioning, by the way. I know some people are gonna hate that, but they literally, that's the only subtitle option I've got here, so. Nope, and now you got food all over you because you got launched onto the table. Oh, good night, Aki. Aki, you still drunk? He was drinking beer the night before, so. God, this song is such a banger. I'm so pumped. Fuck! Oh, we're looking through the files there. The ass. Interesting. So we're watching everybody's morning routine here. We got to get Power out here, and then there's watching Makima as well. What is going on with her? She really does not want to go. Obviously, she the horns are because shit. She ingested a ton of blood, right? My knowledge is failing me. Hold on. We're this is unprecedented what I'm about to do right now, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back, unprecedented. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm going back to season 1 because I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the finale, oh Jesus Christ, doesn't she ingest like blood or something like that? Because I mean, she is the blood fiend, and what would make sense is the reason she would get horns is because oh god, yeah, we literally picked up from exactly where season 1 left off. But I think it would be because she ingested blood, that her more, the more fiend side of her, the more devil side of her starts coming out. I don't remember where that happened. Was it fighting these fucks? Because I remember she did go fight them, so she might have ingested a bunch of blood from all those guys. And then just the day after is when it kicked in. I forget, maybe they'll explain it here in a minute, but I think it was something like that. Shit, what the fuck is happening? What was Pochi done dancing? Like I said, I've never seen the MV, and this shit is not in the manga. What? Oh, what? God damn it, I paused on quite the number there. But Pochi does just hitting some Dance Dance Revolution shit over there. How is nobody nobody noticing that there is this creature with giant horns sitting right next to them? I will say, I think my favorite character in all of Chainsaw Man is probably Power. I think her and Denji are my two favorite. I don't know. I like our main trio so fucking much. All three of them are such incredible characters. There was Kobeni and what was it? Violence Fiend, the Violence Fiend. Angel is also one. Literally is on the cover art there. That's gonna have a bigger focus this movie. Hello, Kishibe. Lots of devils all over the place. Yep, there's a bullet. Whoa, into the Makima eye. What? What is happening? God, this reminds me so much of the endings of season 1. Some of those endings were trippy as fuck. I really wish I was doing reactions for season 1 of Chainsaw Man because God, it makes me so sad that I watched it right before doing reactions because those would have been so much fun. Oh my God, because this series is so good, so deep, and so just, it's incredible. I would have had a blast doing reactions to those. I'm all just hitting the dance. I see Beam over there. Oh, you see Denji hitting that dance there? Ooh, a little bit of foreshadowing for what's coming this movie. Yep, they just pulled up to Makima there. Whole thing was them pulling up to her. Devil Hunter Tokyo HQ building. Oh God. Yep, and we obviously know Power is absolutely terrified of Makima. So yeah, Makima explains it right here. She drank too much blood. Drain some blood out of you? That sounds terrifying. And self-centered than she normally is. You're really quiet. I can't turn it up. Why is it so quiet? Hopefully I'll have to maybe fix the audio editing, but it's really quiet. I'm just gonna turn up my PC volume, I guess. I don't know why it's so quiet. She's tweaking. I can't imagine this blood draining process is the most comfortable. She wants you to say no so badly. She wants you to be like, nah, we actually need her today. But we'll see what Denji says. Genuinely, I don't remember any of this here. Like I said, most of this shit I'm not gonna remember. I remember the big moments of this arc, but most of the minute shit I'm not gonna remember. I think I remember most of the stuff that happens once we meet Reze. I think everything before that. No, the movie date with Makima's in this, if I'm not mistaken. I do remember that. I definitely do remember that. I wonder if they just maybe does she just not like needles or something? Maybe they just stick a needle in her and just draw blood for a while and she just doesn't like that. Beam! Beam! Woo! My goat! Oh, Jesus! Beam! Yep, and we're gonna have a conversation with him. He'll do whatever you tell him to. Chainsaw-sama psycho! Oh no, he's all depressed. He's pouting! He's pouting over in the corner. What is this OST playing right now? There. An hour early, goddamn. Makima in casual wear. I love this panel in the manga. Oh my God, what time is it right now? Quite an idea for a date. The 3D. Actually, no. I think it's a mix of 3D and animation. Yeah, not what you're expecting when you went on a date with Makima. Denji. Everybody tearing up. Of course, you're taking Denji to see a movie as a person who does not understand what a life of normalcy is like. So no, of course he's not going to understand normal emotions. And I'm putting that in quotes because everybody's emotions are, you know, like what they feel is valid and different based on experiences. There isn't a innate normal, but for people who live a normal lifestyle, you grow up a normal kid, all the above, you have these kind of like, you develop your emotional senses in a more specific way, as opposed to someone like Denji, who's had nothing his entire life and has never had a sense of normalcy. Of course, he's not going to understand like what is supposed to be sad about this movie, what was supposed to be funny about that. Like, of course, he's not going to understand that in these movies. We're back here again, trying to force us to cry. Oh, Jesus. You enjoying your date, didn't you? It's hard to understand. Not sure Denji's really enjoying himself. One good movie for every 10 movies I watch too. It is just them in here, probably because it's a movie that's hard to understand, and so people don't want to go see that. They want those easier to digest movies. Feels like it's important though. Yeah, but take a glance at her. I love the scene. God, this scene is so good. No, I definitely can't say anymore. It's just, I would just say don't forget that scene. Price of the ticket. Yeah, how many movies did you guys see? You're running up that fucking company credit card. Because I mean, he's questioning because he doesn't experience emotions as different people do, as other people do. There was certainly a physical heart in there. Traced right down the chainsaw line there. See, anything I talk about with Makima, I have to be super careful, because obviously, if you know how this movie ends, I can talk about Reze all I want, but Makima is a much longer character, obviously, who isn't gone by the end of this movie, so anything that I could say could be something that hasn't been covered yet about her, or things like that. So I have to be very careful with how I talk and what I say, but yeah. Anyway, once we get to the Reze stuff, I'll have more to talk about, but for this Makima stuff, I'm going to wait until the end of the video. Like I said, any scenes that, not just, you know, what we just watched or any scenes like that, anything involving Makima in this movie, I'm going to be very tight-lipped about. If you want to hear my conversations about her as a character and things like that, that will obviously involve, you know, things later in the manga and stuff like that. You can go to the very, very end of this video where I'm probably going to go back over some stuff and talk with manga knowledge involved in the talking. Until then, it's going to be anime only. So, yeah, anyway. Beam following right behind. And that's how simply Denji interprets that. No! I knew it was coming because I know a scene that's coming when a certain Reze shows up, but damn it, Denji. Because obviously, you know, when he had no food, you gotta eat what you gotta eat. You get the nutrients that you can from a flower. He's used to just eating things like that. Also, goddamn, it's already getting hot. This hoodie might be coming off soon. But another super simple scene here that really strongly characterizes Denji. He just is so quick to listen to anything Makima says, and he's just like, to him, it's so hard to put into words what a good character he is, because like he took what she said and he's like, I have a heart, so I can do this kind thing. Not doing this kind thing is what means I have a heart. It's because I have a heart that I can do this kind thing. He's like, and he means more obviously like a physical sense, like because I have a heart I can do this kind thing for this person. And when in reality it should be flipped on its head. It's because you're doing this kind thing means you have a heart. It's the other way around. That makes sense, right? I didn't just say something that makes totally no sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Now I'm trying to think of my own analogy here and whether that makes sense or not. Because I guess you could technically say, like, because I've got a heart, I'm able to do these kind things for these people. But you could definitely also flip it on its head and saying the inverse of saying, because you do this kind of thing, because you make this donation selflessly, because you do this because you do these things means you have a heart. You could definitely look at it either way, but Denji's just looks at it in such a simplistic way, if that makes sense, which we've been shown time and time again is his mindset on everything. He had like that, his whole dream speech in season 1, that's something I remember very vividly. His whole dream speech talking about how, you know, all these people he knows have these big vivid dreams and all the above, and how, you know, they might shit talk his dream, which was just to like touch some boobs or something like that, and how simplistic his dreams are because he's never had anything. He doesn't know what dreaming bigger or things like that. He's never had the opportunity to dream bigger because he had nothing in the first place. That's one of my favorite moments from the entirety of season 1 is when he's fighting that weird ass, I don't even remember what the devil is called, like worm devil or some shit like that. But his dream speech there was awesome. I loved that speech, and that was such a good way, because a lot of people, you know, a lot of people miss the point of Denji's character in season 1 and just categorize him as some like loser gooner character or whatever, when that could not be further from the truth. And I think that dream segment there, you can already tell from the beginning, but that dream segment there really puts into focus Denji's mindset and things like that, and how simplistic his worldview is, because he's never had the chance to develop a more complicated worldview, because his whole mindset has been on survival since he was a kid. Only recently has he had a chance to begin considering things like, do I have a heart, what are my dreams, and things like that. Only once he got an ounce of stability was he able to begin considering those things. You guys got the donation, just don't say anything. Can feel the flower speed also means I have a heart. He's just now like now basically saying, like, because Makima told me I have a heart, all these emotions that I feel, like I saw this thing was beautiful, I can make this donation, because I have a heart, it means I can do all these things now. It's better after talking to you, huh? Beam's still just following him around. Oh god, let's not talk about those experiences, Denji. Oh god. Obviously his first kiss with Himeno, where she puked in his mouth, and then when he squeezed Power's boob, but it was the fake thing that the pad she'd put in. I could go into a whole rant about Himeno's character. Despite the fact that she died episode 8 of this series, she is one of my favorite characters of part 1. I think she is not a good person, but an incredible character. I think that is the best way to characterize Himeno. I could go into a whole rant about her. I won't. I've already been recording for almost 45 minutes and I'm only 12 minutes into the movie. I need to shut the fuck up. Why are you lying? Oh my god. Of course Beam is hyped the hell up. The animation just on that one little segment there. Yeah, that's true. I'm still shocked you guys were walking around with Power with her giant ass horns out, but I guess they had to take her to go see Makima in the first place, so. What's wrong with Beam? It's a fun name. But I guess it is like Beam, Power, Angel, all the above. The iconic telephone booth. She's here! Oh, Beam right there. Laughing so hard she's tearing up. Out comes the flower. Oh, Jesus. No, that actually just came from his gut. Not a magic trick Reze. That literally just came from his gut. Anyway, I'm gonna let the scene play out, but I already have so many things to say. There's no trick to it. He genuinely just spit up a flower. God, they captured the manga art style so well. Quick little shower there. The first meeting between the two of them, and you know, obviously when you watch the whole movie, like I said, if you're doing the thing where you watch a bit of the movie, then watch a bit of the reaction, watch a bit of the movie, watch a bit of whatever reactions you're watching, please don't do that, because I'm about to talk about later movie shit. I love this scene because she's supposed to kill him here. She's supposed to come into this telephone booth and kill Denji. And yet this one little goofy magic trick stops her from doing that and makes her curious about him, because you can assume Reze sent on this ultra important mission to assassinate this guy, and she thinks she's gonna come into like some war-torn like veteran or like some scary dude, or you know, someone like, but she runs into this goofy kid, and so all of a sudden she's not immediately going to kill him. I think there's even a frame, I'm not sure if it's in the anime, but there's a frame in the manga where she has her hand like on her pocket or something like that, and she's like about to kill him, and she doesn't. I'd have to go look because I don't think I saw that here in the movie, but I don't want to go back through this whole scene again, but maybe it's here. But yeah, the first meeting between the two of them here. We are in for a journey. Who is her VA? I so recognize her VA. Who is that? Oh, yeah. She is, she's Shizuka from, damn. This girl cannot stop acting in banger shows. She's Shizuka from Takapi's Original Sin. She's in the most recent season of Rascal Does Not Dream. She's in Demon Slayer. She has other roles too, but a lot of them are supporting characters and stuff. Interesting. Oh, Kensuke Ushio, you god! This OST is already heavenly. Oh my god. Oh, it wasn't the hand on her pocket. I'm so fucking stupid. No, it's the hand on her neck. She is ready to pull that fucking string to turn into bomb and kill him. Like, she has her hand on her neck when she walks in, but she starts laughing because he is not remotely what she expected this person to look like that she's supposed to be killing. Yep, hand right on the neck, right? She's ready to just pull that shit immediately. Because that's what she was supposed to do, but she didn't do it. And obviously the rest is history. I'm so excited for the later scenes. I'm so excited. And not excited for the end of this movie. I love how this piano sounds muffled almost. Does that make any sense? The piano almost sounds a little muffled, like the sound is being condensed a bit. It sounds so atmospheric. I love it. God, Kensuke Ushio is a fucking legend. He did the OST for The Dangers. I think I'm not a person who typically goes and like listens to a bunch of OST tracks after a game or a show or something like that, unless they're like especially phenomenal. I don't really do that ever. Like I think the most recent one I did in recent memory was Persona 3, because all the soundtracks in that are awesome, and so I went to go listen to those. And then, but for every like anime that I've watched and reacted to, the only ones that I've gone and listened to OST tracks on later have been Kensuke Ushio directed soundtracks. I did that for The Dangers in My Heart, because that show has some great fucking soundtracks. I did it for Orb on the Movements of the Earth, another Kensuke Ushio project. I haven't listened to the full OST like I said, but it's called By the Pool. You can bet your sweet fucking bet your sweet fucking bippy I will be going and listening to that OST after I hear it in the scene that it plays in. God, the animation is so smooth. Oh god, oh, I just clicked in my head. Oh my god, damn it. No, I don't want to see that fucking alleyway. He got here before her. And she seemed to take like a direct path to get here, and he got here before her. But also this whole scene here, this is like a long one shot here in a second, and god, there's just so much movement and life in the animation. The backgrounds, I haven't talked about that yet this video. I'm ashamed I haven't. God, the backgrounds are so gorgeously detailed. like just this one little coffee shop here. To be fair, this is a very important coffee shop, but this little coffee shop here is so gorgeous. The backgrounds for it and everything looks so good. Her little pout. But this whole scene where she walks over here, picks up the water, and then goes to turn around. One long continuous shot.
そういえばそうかな。お礼もらいに来ただけだぜ。
一緒に飲みますか。へいへいマスター。私と彼にコーヒーを。
店員でしょ。
モーニングにしか客なんて来ないんだし。
At least they're
コーヒ
buying.
ーでした。コーヒー好き？
I love how she put the flower in the glass of water there. He's like trying not to make a noise to sound like he's disgusted, but his face screams a billion words.
だってコーヒーってまずくねえか。
And we know Dingy will eat anything, so as sad as that is to say, I immediately think back to a certain scene after a certain person kissed him. Ugh. He did throw that shit all back up immediately, though. He threw up, threw up someone else's throat. I hate thinking about that scene. It's so insane. Put a little sugar in it, my man.
子供だ子供。
やたら触ってくるし。
Oh, I love it. I love it because you can just see so many times over that Dingy is nothing like what Reze was expecting when she was sent here to assassinate him. Nothing like what she was expecting at all.
もしかしてこの子、俺のこと好きなんじゃね？
私の名前レゼ。
デンジ。
デンジ君。
Dingy-kun.
デンジ君みたいな面白い人初めて。
I mean, yeah, that statement tells you everything you need to know. She's not lying. She is being 100% truthful because she was expecting something completely else when coming here to kill you. Another thing that I love now that, since I've read the manga, you can obviously, while I'm in here in the reaction, analyze while having further knowledge. She says, obviously, later on that she was just trying to play him and, acting like she liked him and all the above, which is probably true here in the beginning. That's kind of the point that is innately true in the beginning. However, the fact that she didn't kill him in the first place is already like a step off the path of what she was supposed to do. And then everything just keeps unraveling until at the school scene and obviously the pool scene where you can assume she really truly falls in love with him. And then obviously when the whole fireworks scene comes up, we'll talk about more about that when we get to it, obviously. But I love Reze. She is such a good character and such a good pair with Dingy, and the way she shakes up things that have been going on with Makima and Dingy and all it's so good. It's so good. This whole arc is incredible. I loved it in the manga, and that's saying something considering I like the stuff that comes after this arc more. And this arc is already phenomenal in just the manga. I can't wait to they're already doing such a good job. The environments, the feel, the vibe is on another level. I cannot wait to see what the rest of this movie has to offer with how well they're already doing it.
確定で俺のこと好きじゃん。どうしよう。
Dingy obviously not picking up on the bad trend of women using his naivety to manipulate him. Immediately thinks she has a crush on him. Which, to be fair, if this was a normal world and there wasn't devils running amok and you didn't have Pochita inside of you, normally I'd be like, yeah, she's giving every telltale sign that she is into you. But this is a different world. Yeah, you definitely gotta be a little more cautious.
俺は俺のことを好きな人が好
I
き
think people who like me too.
マキマさん、助けて。
Like, hello!
この子好きになっちまう。
He's got his cigars there because we literally ended last season with him smoking that easy revenge cigar from Himeno. He threw him away. How much ice cream are you gonna have, Angel?
アイス食べたら体力って使うらしいよ。今日はもう働きたくないんだ。
I don't think that's really an option.
悪魔の場所が分かったから遠征がある。でかい悪魔を倒した成績がもっと必要だ。もっと悪魔を探したいんだ。俺のバディになったのなら。
This long ass eating scene of Angel eating this ice cream cone. There's so much movement. Like, oh my god, this one scene probably took someone so long to animate. There is so much movement and fluidity, like Angel looking at the cone, looking up, thinking, looking around in the cone for the best place to bite and eat the ice cream. Like, it's just, there's so much complexity to such a simple scene where they don't need to do all this, but they do it anyway. Another ice cream.
盾と上に報告すればそれでもいいのか
Into the trash can it goes next to the cigars.
次に強いのは彼
Yeah, because any touch drains the life out of people.
ね。10の悪魔討伐遠征のようにすればいいよ。
悪魔とうまくやっていける気がしません
パワーちゃんとはうまくやってるんじゃない
That took a while.
今日のグリアの
Fist fight this morning. Jesus. Yeah, because she really did not want to go get her blood drained.
別に仲良くならな
But
くて
you do get
いいよ
along, Aki, whether you will admit it or not. And obviously, you know, fiends are different from the hybrids, like Denji and Katana Man. They are much different because they are devil, instead of like Denji and Katana Man, where the human has full control. Obviously, with fiends, it's the devil that is in control of a human body with half human, half devil. So they're a lot
利益になる
different.
ように使えさえすればいい。
Use them for your own
彼は
benefit.
自分が生まれた場
What
所
is
の
Power?
村人を
What is Power saying in there to Angel right now?
彼は自分が生まれた場所の村人を全員殺している。
Jesus.
正確に言うなら寿命を吸い取って武器に変えてしまった。彼は触れた人の命を武器に変換する。彼の武器だよ。いろんな特殊な力を持っている。振りでもいいから仲良くしなよ。きっと早川くんの力になるよ。
Jesus, that is red. In Monogatari flashbacks there. Oh, Jesus. Killed a devil there. Holy. This whole scene is so atmospheric. Oh my god. Is it a pig devil? What is that? Jesus. The whole scene is this is so cool. Like the red is coming from the sun. So the blood, so the blood obviously as red wouldn't work in this scene. I love this stylistically. The sun, instead of like the sky being blue, the sky and the blood have switched places. Although the blood is definitely more purplish here, but it's just such a dope stylistic choice to have it red and have the blood all blue splattered everywhere. Oh Jesus, almost slipping.
Hey 人間くん、こいつは民間のデビルハンターみたいだね。
Ooh.
この悪魔もう死ぬね。
You gonna turn him into a weapon? Damn, he's literally saying kill me.
するだろう死なせてやってくれ
僕は天使である前に悪魔だよ。人間は苦しんで死ぬべきだと思ってる。
Jesus. Eeh.
振りでもお前とは仲良くなれないな
We become friends, even if I pretend. Little do they know they are one of the most popular ships in all of fucking Chainsaw Man.
俺の心はマキマさんが見つけてくれた。俺の心はマキマさんだけのもん。
Denji's such a good character because the way he thinks irritates me so much, but it makes so much sense why he thinks the way he thinks. It just sucks because I want the world for him because he's just the sweetest. I want the world for him, but God, it's so brutal sometimes. Like he's now convinced that Makima's the one who found his heart, that it wasn't there all along, that he wasn't always, you know, a kind person who had a heart and can do these kind things like giving a donation or something like that. He believes that Makima is responsible for that. She's the reason that he's able to do these things, and it's just like, no, that's you. That is you. Obviously, it's a long trek, but Denji is such a good character. It's so good. Sorry, you're gonna hear a lot of that throughout the rest of this video because I love Chainsaw Man and I love the characters in Chainsaw Man because they're all so meticulously well written. He's literally saying my heart belongs to Makima, but he's here and he's here just like at the door to the coffee shop.
あ、お客様だ。
昼食い来た。
Every day for a whole week.
美味しいよ
Yeah, the boss is just right there and Reze just insulting him. Saying the food is shit. I love how the flour is still there in the little jar. She's kept it there for a week after Denji gave it to her, although one of the petals has seemingly fallen off now. I'm surprised more of them haven't fallen off, considering that came from inside a dude's stomach, but you know.
バカ舌。
カレーと
The little
ラ
tongue.
イスあとチャーハン
お客様。
勉強中だろ
君は学校行ってないだろ ?16 歳のくせによ。そっちの方がやばいと思いますけどね。
そうか
学校行かないでデビルハンターなんて。新種。
Yep, she's coming over to you.
こっちで勉強しようっと。そっち詰めて詰めて。
This poor boss just has to watch them flirting here.
漢字は読めるようになりたいかな
問題。じゃじゃん。これは何と読むでしょう
金玉だろエロ女
This is pretty good. It is pretty good that obviously one of the biggest lines in the manga is, you know, about how a certain person has also not gone to school. God, that's going to be a gut punch. But it's pretty impressive how fluent she is in Japanese, obviously considering she's not. She is Russian.
なんだわかってるじゃん。
だけは読めるんだよ
なんじゃそりゃ。
レゼとなら学校行きたかったかな
She's definitely thinking the same thing. Whether, you know, whoa. You know, whether she, like I said, her whole thing is saying that she was just, you know, all the smiles, the blushing, everything was fake. But her interest in him definitely was not. From the beginning, it was not. She just wanted to convince herself it is. Because if she was able to say, like, I was just manipulating you, you know, all the smiles, the blushing, everything, it was all fake. I was just manipulating you. She could make it seem like she wasn't putting off killing him or anything like that. She's just manipulating him to get him to a vulnerable point to then kill him is obviously, you know, what she's convincing herself, but we obviously haven't gotten to that point yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's just, you can see the early seedlings of that being the case, where she is, you know, very obviously overtly flirting with him and things like that, but her interest is very real. It is. Maybe not necessarily to the point where she likes him. The flirting here could definitely be presumed to be an act or fake, but when you get to the school and things like that, it's not so much anymore. But her interest in him is from the beginning not necessarily romantic. The romantic develops, but her interest in him is always there from the beginning because, like I pointed out, she came in expecting some like tough guy or was going to be a hard fight or something like that, and instead she met this goober.
行っちゃいますか。夜の学校を探検しよう。
します心はマキマさんのもんなのに体が言うことを聞かね
There goes another petal. God, every shot is so beautiful, man. They're so beautiful. Like just this shot here with the whole background is so gorgeous. Then you have this gorgeous shot. God, this movie's so pretty. Oh my God, it's so pretty.
台風君、お前ら悪魔どもはなんでチェーンソーの心臓を欲しがっているんだ？
減る必要はない。俺との契約だけ果たせるよう考えていろ。
長い付き合いになりそうなんだ。台風の悪魔くん。チェーンソーの心臓を手に入れたら一生俺にあんたん力を使わせてくれるっつう契約だからな。
チェーンソーの心臓を持つ人間。
I mean, they are literally devil hunters who work with Denji. God, this whole scene, dude, it's so creepy. Oh, like I said, every scene fits its own atmosphere perfectly. I'm sorry, I genuinely, I just. I want to apologize because I know I've gotten comments before on videos where people are like, dude, you keep saying this is so good, this is so good, this is so good. It gets grating after a point, and I'm so sorry. I literally cannot help myself. I have been so excited for this movie. God, this dude's crazed eyes, this big scar on his face, and no blood or tears. God. And I love the way they're showing like his body contort in weird ways as he bends over. Oh, it's so creepy. How I could make him bleed and cry. Oh my god. He let me kill him after that. Jesus Christ. I will say I'm excited to see how they animate the fights in this movie because, listen, I love Chainsaw Man with all of my heart. Dear God, the fights were not its strong suit. I already struggle. I don't read. I think Chainsaw Man is the only shonen, and I say shonen very lightly because this series has a ton of seinen aspects to it, and like deep psychological aspects to it that, in my opinion, shine way stronger than the fighting, though I know the fighting is going to go crazy in this movie. I also love Tatsuki Fujimoto's art. I think his art style is incredible. Drawing fights might not be his strongest suit ever, and this is also a skill issue. I shouldn't insult him. It's probably just me. It's a skill issue. I don't read any manga that have like any combat because I cannot follow it for the life of me. I love light novels. I have the entire Mushoku Tensei thing here. I'm able to envision a full fight in my head and how it's going by the words they're saying on the page. You put me in front of a manga, I don't know what I'm looking at. And I found out that is apparently the complete opposite for some people. They really are really good at reading manga but can't visualize a fight when reading a book. I'm the complete opposite. I love visualizing fights when I'm writing because I like writing, or when I'm reading a book. I can so visualize everything going on perfectly in my head. But you put me in front of an action or a manga that has any action, I'm so cooked. I tried reading Haikyuu. I could not get maybe 20 chapters in because I was like, I don't know what's happening. And it's totally a skill issue. I think Fujimoto's art is fine, but I know it's a general thing where people are like, it's kind of hard to tell what's happening in the fights in the manga, but I also am fully aware that it is also a skill issue on my part. The seinen aspects and the psychological aspects of Chainsaw Man were by far my favorite part. And I obviously, we've got more to cover with season 2, but some of the stuff in season 2 is literally some of my favorite scenes in any series of fiction that I've ever seen. It's so good. Let's continue with the actual thing at hand here. Sorry for the tangent. The milk cartons there from the kids drinking for the day thrown away, circled there. Maybe they're having some little event there while they're all around in a circle talking. Ooh, they really focused on that picture there. I wonder what that painting is supposed to symbolize. Because I know they wouldn't focus on it without symbolization, because Chainsaw Man has so fucking much of that. You lying ass bitch!
体が勝手に。
ではこの問題解ける人。
はいはいはい。
正解天才。
I love it! Oh my god, I love it! I also love... Sorry, I'm so sorry I'm pausing so much. One of my favorite things of Chainsaw Man, it is a super strong show don't tell series. Super strong show don't tell series. This Tatsuki Fujimoto is a master of saying so much with so little dialogue. There is a lot of dialogue in Chainsaw Man as we continue on. But like when there's none, oh my god, it's like perfectly executed. When there could be like a dialogue explaining something or a ton of dialogue of talking, he fills the spaces with just like perfect silence, if that makes any sense. And so far in this movie, while there's obviously talking for most of it, there is genuine just moments of just silence where you're just taking in the atmosphere of what's going on. And that's only going to get even stronger here with a scene coming up. It's so good! Big ass!
知らね
デカケツです。
え。エロ女。学校ってこんな感じなんだな。
You definitely aren't learning things like big ass. And 1 + 1 might be a little bit more elementary than the kind of school you're at. This looks like a high school.
本当に小学校も行ってないの？これってさ、
ダメ？
ダメっていうか、おかしい。16歳ってまだ全然子供だよ。
Yeah, you're talking as if your life isn't just as weird, girl. Just as crazy and different.
レンジなんていう場所は 本当にいい場所なの？
まあすげえいいとこだぜ。
I love this shot. I've talked about it before in my reactions. Like series like Monogatari, Shoshimin, Call of the Night, they do really good scenes where the characters are not the focal point. Like the characters are talking and having a dialogue or anything, but the scene is like so far removed from them that the whole scenery is the big focal point. This isn't a great example of that, to be fair, but I just thought of that when I saw this. There's definitely better examples, but it's a scene where Denji is just like this small little character sitting at a desk, and the full classroom is the more focal point of the shot, and I love shots like that. There's so much there's so much creative stuff you can do with that, is what I was trying to say. Jesus. Notice how those were the only, yeah, that's the bare minimum. Notice how that's the only things needed to make Denji think the place he's at is a great place. Like that's it.
当たり前のことだよ。
考えすぎて頭熱くなってきた。
Very interesting look she's giving him there as she begins to relate to him more and more. Not necessarily with the way that he has lived, but the fact that he also did not live a normal life. You can see on that face she feels bad for him, and the more she learns more about him and the more they talk and everything like that, the more she realizes how similar they are. Maybe not their exact walks of life are not similar, but it's how different of a life they've experienced from anybody else who experiences that normalcy.
少し冷やしますか。
This is the OST. This is literally one of my favorite scenes in the entire series. The entirety of part 1. Yep, this is definitely the OST. I've never heard the full thing before, but I recognize the little piano riff melody is the word I was looking for there. Oh man, just everything that this scene means is it's so
あん
good.
ま泳げないんだよね。
じゃあ教えてあげる泳ぎ方。
We're going skinny dipping, Denji.
服着てると沈んじゃうよ。泳げるようになりたくないの。
なりたくなってきた。
デンジ君も裸なっちゃおう。見えないよ。
落ち着け。ダメだ。初めて乳首ここで脱いだらマキマ。
It's my first time seeing nipples. Talking about close I'll be betraying Makima. I have so much to say about this scene, but I'm trying to just let it play out. I'm trying not to pause and just yip yap.
たら俺の心も一枚。
わかった。さては泳げないからプール怖いんだな。
He's having quite the inner turmoil at the moment, Reze. Yeah, Reze, this is totally you all here manipulating him to be able to kill him for your mission. Totally, that's what's going on here. You're totally like, yeah, teaching him how to swim was bringing him to school at night, having him visit, or sitting close to him and talking to him at the coffee shop every day. All of that is so totally necessary to kill him, for sure. Oh, I haven't even talked about Denji yet, but I'll get there. I have so much to say. I am trying so hard to just let this play out, and I am struggling. If you've seen any of my videos before, you knew what you were getting into whenever you clicked on this video. Oh, and I could be totally wrong, by the way. Like I said, it's been years since I read this manga. I'm trying to remember and analyze as I go, and so I could be very wrong about the interpretation of scenes or things like that. I'm just trying to go with what I remember and all the above. So if I'm wrong, obviously, it's definitely possible that I'm going to sound like an idiot in some of the things that I say. I'm just, we'll see.
気持ちいいよ。早く早く。
God, it's so gorgeous. I literally don't think I could have wished for anything better with that scene. Oh my god. I mean, I'm gonna go back. Oh my god. I literally started tearing up there just because of how gorgeous that OST was. And just what this means for Denji. I mean, the scene's gonna keep playing out, but the theme of sexualization and, you know, sexuality and things like that is a very core theme of Chainsaw Man because of how it relates to how Denji is poked and prodded and manipulated and things like that. And for the first time in his life, he's naked in front of a girl, and there is not a hint of sexual undertones. Not a hint. He's just learning how to swim with this girl that he met. It is such an unbelievably powerful scene. Like, where do I even start? It's so good. Oh, I gotta get the whole thing again once, obviously because I want to hear the OST, but my eyes were watering a bit. I genuinely don't think I was paying all that much attention to the visuals. I was just listening to that OST and just drowning in it. That might be the best. I didn't hear the whole OST. I didn't let the scene play out all the way. I couldn't. That might be one of the best OSTs I've ever heard. That gorgeous. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not a music guy, so I don't know like musical terminology and shit. That shit was heavenly to listen to. That's the best you're gonna get out of me. That's why I can never be a music reactor, because I don't know shit about music. I just like listening to it. Oh my god. I had some good messages when we were talking about this in the Discord, because a friend of mine in the Discord, ASL, was reading Chainsaw Man. Actually read Chainsaw Man, and obviously after the movie, people were talking about it and things like that. But she was reading Chainsaw Man, and we had a lot of stuff to talk about revolving around the manga and revolving around the movie and things like that. The meaning and the symbolisms behind it and things like that. I'm gonna try to scroll up to find a message that I had, because I had some words to say in there, and maybe because I had time to sit there and type it out, I can put it in words better than I can just off the top of my dome for how incredibly important this scene is to Denji. I can't find it now. Hold on. Yes. Okay, that's something else that I kind of forgot, but we'll talk about that later. Most of this is gonna be cut out of the YouTube cut. You guys on Patreon are just chilling here watching me scroll for a minute until I can find it. But I did have a lot to say about the Reze arc when we were talking about it. Have I gone back too far? When did the movie release? I think I might have gone back a little bit too far here. No, it came out. God damn it. Now I can't find this conversation and it's peeving me off. Well, I am not finding shit here. Am I going insane? Did I actually just not say anything and I'm like convincing myself that I did? Hello? I have to... I think I'm losing it, guys. I might have been talking out of my ass, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever. I'm lying, apparently. I'm just lying. So I fabricated a memory in my mind that I had talked about this scene. It has been talked about, but I thought I wrote out a message revolving around this scene, and I did not. But it is innately as good of a scene as it is, because there is two characters buck-ass nude, and yet it doesn't feel remotely sexual. And that's the point. Denji is completely naked with a girl here, and the way his view of love is so vastly warped and torqued into this like grotesque sexual combination where there can't be love without like some kind of sexual, you know, thing involved in it. And it's just so good that when he's presented with a girl completely naked in front of him, because it is it's just gone. There's not a hint of that mentality there. There's not a hint of sexual undertones with this scene. It is just a girl teaching a boy who had an awful childhood and never learned a lot of basic things how to swim as they're at school at night together. It is just fundamentally so good, and it's only, I would call this surface level for how incredible some of the writing is from Tatsuki Fujimoto. It's so good. Sorry, I spent like 5 minutes, maybe longer, looking for that message, and I came up with nothing. Great. time to get it again because I want to hear this OST in my dreams. Because like he's literally saying like my heart's gonna go to Makima, or my heart's gonna go to Reze if this keeps up. My heart's gonna go away from Makima, and there's not a hint of that sexual mindset that Denji has when he's talking about his heart going to Reze. It's not there at all. The visualization there of the spider and the, oh my god. Woo, fuck. Woo! Full body chills. Just the I don't even know what instruments all these are, but my god, is it so good. This is truly one of the most gorgeous OSTs I've ever heard. They put it the perfect spot. This is like one of the most impactful scenes in this movie. And god, the animation is gorgeous. I didn't even mention that. I was talking about the OST, the meaning of the whole scene, and I probably didn't even get to like the deepest like parts of what this scene indicates and for the characters and things like that. I feel like I probably didn't even get to what some of the, there's probably some shit that, oh my god, I'm stuttering. Holy shit. There's probably stuff that I didn't even address because that's how in-depth some of these scenes are from time to time. Like, Fujimoto's writing so good. It's so good. He's a complete weirdo, but goddamn, and you see that in this series. Chainsaw Man is weird. There's so much weird shit in Chainsaw Man, but it is so beautifully weird. He's such a good writer. It's incredible. But yeah, I didn't even talk about how gorgeous the animation is. Like, oh my god. This whole movie is gorgeous, and this scene in particular is, I don't know, man. This shit's so good. It's so good. Oh my god. Here's the iconic scene. Yep. I'll teach you. Reze's voice actor's killing it. Yep, the spider caught the butterfly. Started raiding. Oh my god. Oh no, this is, oh god, I just know the pain that's coming up. Oh my god. Just how incredible this is makes everything that is going to happen 15 billion times more agonizing. Oh, my heart. Oh, my face hurts. Smiling so much. Oh, and just everything about this is so adorable. Curse you, Fujimoto. Goddamn curse you. I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna go, hold on. There's a line that Fujimoto said that I will forever think about. I think he said it with the release of the movie. There is a line that this evil ass motherfucker said. This guy is pure evil. Hold on, I'm going to find that because I sent it in here somewhere. Because we in the Discord have a Chainsaw Man manga chat. He said, Fujimoto said, I'd be glad if the presence of Reze remained in your minds as a lingering curse. Jesus, what the fuck? This man is evil. Smell like chlorine. Now, obviously, as we know, her water fucks with her abilities, which maybe I shouldn't talk about the end of the movie already, but literally one of Genji's last attack against her is to pull her into the water, and which relates back to how she effectively literally taught Denji how to survive in her biggest weakness. And that's right. I knew I was missing shit about that scene. Another thing that makes that scene so impactful on like a second watch or coming in with like prior knowledge is that she swam with him. She cannot use her abilities in water. She literally put herself in her most vulnerable state in front of Denji. As an assassin, that literally, I don't think there could be a bigger no-no. And then she taught him how to swim. Like, I mean, it's so good. It's so good. Here it is, the country mouse or the city mouse. Which would you rather be?
イソップ寓話の一つだよ。田舎のネズミは安全に暮らせるけど、ハエのように美味しい食事はできない。食事にありつけるけど、人や猫に殺される危険性が高い。
Yep.
僕は田舎のネズミが良かった。マキマに捕まって。僕の心は田舎にあるのさ。ごめんだね。
You would put myself in danger.
あのな。
俺は都会のネズミがいいな。
Yep. Denji saying he wants to be the country mouse because he's never had anything, and when he gets good things, obviously, even if there's danger involved, he wants those good things because he's never been able to have those. And his life has always been filled with danger. He's never known peace. Even when, like, he's been saddled with a debt his entire life that he's been having to pay off to the Yakuza, he's never known what peace is. So of course he's going to take the city one because I don't know what a peaceful life would be like. I've been surrounded by danger my entire life. If I can pick the city mouse and I get some good shit to go along with it, I'm gonna take that all day.
楽しそうじゃん。
あ
Yep, that's all he wants. Such a simple life that Denji wants.
じゃあ明日さ、きっと楽しいし美味しいよ。
仕事終わってからならいい。
約束ね。ちょっとおトイレ行ってきます。
超クソかわいい。
Oh boy. All red. Ooh, I love the way the red is emanating from the hallway there. Kind of realizing she's getting too caught up in this and she has a mission to do. But she just can't bring herself to do it, to kill him. She just can't. Because she's liking him more and more. The biggest moment to tell you that this girl is lying when she says it's all an act is the fact that she would get in a pool where she cannot use her abilities and would teach her enemy to swim. I mean, that's the biggest indicator that she's just been bullshitting from the beginning. God, it was just peaceful rain before, but now it's storming like hell. Some water leaking in. Eesh, Jesus. Oh my god.
デンジ君。
そうそう、デンジ君だよ。俺はさ、俺もちょうどしょんべんしたかったんだよね。
God, the way he walks with his feet so pointed outwards like that.
なあ。
落ちた。好きな人が2人できちまった。誰だと思う？
Oh my god.
あいつ男なの。
Ah, yes, yes, yes. I saw people obsessing over Angel. Oh my god, the hard cut there. Obsessing over that Angel shot.
小さい女も顔は地味にいいけど、
Hello, Kobeni.
俺を殺
She
そうとした
tried to
から
kill me.
な。
Oh my god. So this shot is insane. I can't imagine seeing this in a theater. Holy shit. And she's a bigot. How about that's the last thing? He's like, she tries to kill me. She's a pathological liar. And he's like, she's a bigot too. Yep, the iconic manga panel.
目つむると2人になっちまったよ。落ちたはどっち
And
選ぶ？
of course, you know, the scenes where Denji is talking about like possible romance options, of course they're all in like lingerie because that's how his brain works. His over hyperly sexual, everything's got to be sexual brain. Yeah, that's what he's gonna think of because that's how his brain works. But it's so interesting that, you know, this is how he's thinking now, but in that pool scene, Reze was totally naked in front of him, and he didn't have a single thought like this. God, that's why that scene is so good, because for a moment, just for a moment, this girl brought him out of the manipulation that he's been through and how his mind has been twisted to think about love and things like that. For just a fleeting moment, he was brought away from that. Oh god, she went all the way to the roof. I don't think I remember how this scene goes. Does she? I think she was faking being like scared running away so that when he would come up there she could easily kill him away from Denji, right? I might be wrong, because I don't think there's no way she'd be scared of some guy like this. This guy keeps talking about piss. Shut up about piss. Do you have any idea who you are? Oh my god, the quality. You're a piece of cheese for luring out the mouse. After, you know, talking about the whole country mouse, city mouse metaphor. Jesus. Why, dude, the quality is so, oh my god. Give me your heart and I'll let her live or something like that. Oh god. Oh, the eyes twitching after he said that. Yeah. Disarmed him and then took him down in an instant. Those eyes twitching were her snapping back to reality of what her situation is. She was able to, much like Denji, there's the flip side of the coin where, you know, she is been groomed into being an assassin, and throughout this whole thing with Denji, she was able to be young, be youthful, do whatever, and go to school, go swim in a pool and have fun skinny dipping in a pool and just be a person again instead of just some groomed killer. And then when obviously this guy stepped in and did all this, she snapped back to what her reality is, and that was her whole scene, like there at the water, why she was looking so serious and the red coming in is because she was like, it's once again a scene where there's no talking but there's so much meaning. She's very obviously there like, what the hell am I doing? I'm supposed to kill this guy, and here I am just having a fun date at school with him, talking about the country mouse, city mouse, teaching him how to swim, all of the above. Night night, buddy. Oh, I got something to comment on later. God, this movie's so good. Oh my god. Just the atmosphere of this as she's choking a guy out, singing a Russian tune, and we got to just Aki and Angel driving in the rain. Well, there, Makima. Oh, what a shot. Yep, he did. I just love how, you know, the eye twitching was obviously her, like, you know, instead of being the scared girl running away, she was being forced to come back into that assassin nature. Ooh. So she knows, obviously, because in exchange you'll obey me for a while, because obviously we know she's bomb. And yeah, she is a hybrid like Denji. God, the way her eyes and just everything about her demeanor and everything just changed so harshly. There's like no life on her face now, or in her voice. It's obvious our girl coming back here. Yep, and she's back to how she was just before. Although she's soaked now, so Denji might be like, why the fuck are you soaking wet? We dried off and everything, and now you're drenched. Seems so cute. And Denji just has no idea what just went on up there. Oh, they're at the festival now. Whew. God, some of this scene just makes me want to cry. Oh my god. Once again, notice, not a single ounce of dialogue. So much is being said without a single word. And God, the way this scene is done with everything out of focus and it's just the two of them that are in focus on this date together. That OST was phenomenal too. Truly, Kinsuke Ushio, you were a god walking among men. Oh my god. Every OST this man touches is just heavenly. Holy shit. They're so simplistic too. It's so simple, but it's so perfect. It doesn't need to be something so crazy or grand, and those do fit at times, like the by the pool one is phenomenal, but they don't always need to be that. It's just this simple, fleeting, very light piano taps as they run around this date together for like it's only like 30-40 seconds as they just go around this festival date together, and once again just get to be kids. they get to put aside everything going on with Denji and the Devil Hunters and his chainsaw heart with Pochita and all the above. He gets to just put that aside, and Reze gets to put aside what she was reminded of, how she's an assassin and everything like that. She gets to and her mission and everything to kill Denji and everything, and just she gets to put that aside, and they both just get to come together and enjoy this moment at this festival. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm watching this whole scene again. I don't care. This shit is oh man, like this shit is just so beautiful. It was almost making me tear up earlier. I didn't get there, but it was close. I just specifically love how in most of the scenes everything else is out of focus but the two of them. It's just the two of them here. Like metaphorically, obviously, with the two of them, there's nobody else. There's nothing else going on. There's no outside influences affecting it. It's just us here. Just Denji and Reze on this date together, nothing else. As I was saying, but for a moment, it's just them. I will say it is hard to pick up where exactly, you know, Reze's flirting goes from part of her act to her actually being in love with him. You can pretty easily assume it's around the pool scene, because there's that one scene where Denji jumps up like he's jumping into the water and it focuses on her eye. I think that's the moment, if you ask me. Even her offering for him to get in the pool, I would say just around that time when she's literally offering up her own weakness. Like if Denji attacked her there was nothing she could do because she's in the water. Nothing she could do. Her attacks can't do anything in water. So, I mean, it's just, like I said, it's hard to pinpoint exactly where it stops becoming an act of her flirting with him, because in the beginning it definitely is. Like her interest in him, I talked about this earlier in the video, her interest in him is true from the very beginning. Her interest in him to see who he is and all the above is true from the very beginning. That's why she doesn't kill him right away. When she walks in there and her hand is right here, she could so easily go like this, blow him up and kill him. But she doesn't, because of his little goofy flower trick that he does, and so her interest is peaked. And from that point on, there was no shot she was ever going to kill him. The more she got ingratiated into a relationship with him, and the more they got to know each other, and the more experiences and things they did together, from the beginning you could tell she's not going to kill him. But as it continued on, you're like more and more like she's not going to kill him. And obviously there's a big fight coming up. I know that, obviously, but that's because Denji rejected her and she felt like she had no choice at that point. She's like, because we'll get to the scene and I'll talk about it more there, but she gives him the option, will you run away with me? A genuine offer to run away. But Denji can't do it because he's still locked onto Makima somewhat. And so Reze's like, well, if I can't run away with him, I have to finish my job, otherwise they'll kill me or whatever, or something like that. And so that's why the fight begins, because her offer wasn't accepted and she felt like she had no other options there. But she, from the beginning, never wanted to kill him. She never wanted to do that. She only did it when she felt like she absolutely had to and had no choice. She never wanted to actually do it. And it's so good. But I mean, this whole conversation was stemming from, you know, when does she actually start liking him, as opposed to just being like curious, having her curiosity piqued. When does it turn into a genuine like for him? And that, I would say, is hard to pinpoint, but I think it is when they go to the school. I think it's probably their experiences at the school. It's somewhere in there is where she definitely begins to actually like him and want to stay with him. But anyway, I am actually going to go refill my water. I will be right back. I am very thirsty. I've been recording for 2 hours. Need some water for my voice, my throat. I'll be right back, yeah. I was thinking about it while I was filling up my water. The story of Denji and Reze in the grand scheme of Chainsaw Man and all the world building, you know, power systems, fights, you know, the gun devil shit going on, all of this complicated mess going on. The story of Denji and Reze is so simple. It's so innately simple of a story. Like, assassin girl meets guy she's supposed to kill, is interested in him, they fall in love, and then obviously they fight, and then it ends after you know, Denji makes his final offer of being like, come meet me at the coffee shop and all the above. But it innately is such a simple story in the grand scheme of a very complex series at times. It is such a simple story, but it's executed so masterfully. Like, I like the arc in the manga, but the movie is already 10,000 times better. The arc in the manga is phenomenal. I think everything from the Reze arc onwards in Chainsaw Man Part 1 is nothing short of some of the greatest shit I've ever read. But but this movie, it just elevates it to another level entirely. And it's just so good because it's such a simple plot. It's so innately, comparatively speaking to a lot of the other stuff in Chainsaw Man, it's so very simple. But it is executed so masterfully well by Satsuki Fujimoto. So masterfully well. Like, it's incredible. Truly, I know it's grating. I know you guys are so tired of hearing it. I cannot stop singing this movie and this series praises enough. And I'm not even done with the movie. I still have fucking 50 minutes left. But it's just so good. Like, it's so good in the most tragic of ways, because obviously the story of Denji and Reze is a tragedy. That's the whole point of their story, is that it's a tragedy. See, that was more of an example of the kind of shots I'm talking about, where the characters are super tiny and the focal point is the scenery around them, like this big wide cityscape up here with the trees and the cliff top we're up on here. Mm-hmm. Yep, and she's genuinely nervous, and you can see how she took on a bit more of a serious tone there when she said Denji-kun that time. But you can see her really nervous, like her up and on her feet and kind of moving her feet around and glancing, giving him a side glance, and then grasping her arm. Like, she's very nervous because what she's about to ask him here could, if they were to run away, it could literally get them killed. I'm gonna hope I remembered. I'm gonna make a note to talk about this later because I have something I want to talk about, but it'd be for spoiler talk. So I'm gonna talk about it later. I will save that. That's the first bit of spoiler discussion that I've actually genuinely really wanted to dive into. So we'll talk about that. That'll be something at the very end of the video when I discuss manga stuff. So don't worry, not talking about that right now. The subtleties are so good. Though I'd say this is more obvious here. Obviously they're being nervous. やっぱり今のデンジ君の状況おかしいよ。でないで悪魔と殺し合いさせるなんて。So this country should allow. 仕事辞めて私と一緒に逃げない？私がデンジ君を幸せにしてあげる。一生守ってあげる。Protect you for the rest of your life. It's a totally genuine offer. Completely genuine offer.
遠くに逃げるってどこに？
知り合いに頼めば場所があるの。そこだったらすぐは無理でもいつか一緒に学校行けるよ。
You go to school together there someday. Because I like you.
デンジ君が好きだから。
That is completely genuine. Not like, you know, like I said, it's hard to pinpoint where she does start genuinely liking him. This is completely genuine here. But it's hard for him to accept immediately because he'd be throwing away Aki, power, and whether he'll openly admit it or not, he does genuinely like both of them. And of course, his still lingering feelings for Makima, even if he does really like Reze at this point.
なんでそんなに悩んでいるの？デンジ君は私のこと嫌い？
好き！最近仕事が認められてきてさ。
Yeah.
そういうこともだんだん分かってきた。
It's hard to just throw away what he's built up over the past however long it's been since season 1, or since the beginning of season 1. Power and Aki. Sadly, that is not an option, because if you don't run away with her, she has no choice but to kill you.
そっか、わかった。デンジ君、好きな人いるでしょ。
That's also very true. That's a part Denji left out there. Oh my god, they did that panel justice. So pretty, dude. Oy. It was so pretty, and then the candied apple falls on the floor. And then the fighting begins. Oh, Jesus. What a first kiss to have. Ooh. Ooh, Oh, that's so good. It's that piano track from them running around the festival. But oh my, it's like I got this eerily overpowering, like a static scratchy noise put over it. Oh, that's so good. Goddamn. Ugh. Oh my god, I knew it was coming. Oh, Jesus. Literally bit off his tongue. He can't speak at the moment. Ooh, cut off his hand before he could rev his engine.
痛いね。ごめんね。デンジ君の心臓。
Jesus, so scuffed, and it's like one final kiss before, you know, like, God, it's so fucked. I still hear the piano playing in the background. You can still hear it. It's got quieter and quieter and quieter, but it is still there. Oh my god, and it is just so fucked. It is like a final kiss from her goodbye. Ow! Here he comes! Beam! Because Beam was following Denji all the time. Obviously, the VA for Beam is Tanjiro, Okuru, and a billion other characters. Very recognizable. Yup. Jesus! Oh! Dude, her design as bomb is so sick. Oh my god, you literally saw like her skull was on fire there. Jesus. Was it a thing where like it's confirmed that it's really painful for her to transform? Wasn't it a... Fuck, I can't remember now if that was the thing that was talked about. Form is so sick. Dude, oh god, I don't even know what you would call this kind of OST, but it's so like trippy and glitchy, and it fits so well as the flames die down. I stay true to my word that every OST of this movie so far has fit the scene it's in. God damn! Oh my god! The speed! And obviously Beam can't take Denji underground with him like he does when he can go under the ground like he's going underwater, but which made it so he's a lot slower. Yep, she is another hybrid, which makes her significantly dangerous. Hey! Oh my god! Rev his engine! Beam, rev Denji's engine! Obviously, we know Beam is the biggest Lord Chainsaw fan, so that's not happening. That is not fucking happening. Out comes the shark head. Because we saw a bit of him fighting. I think he was literally just saying zombie over and over again in one of the episodes towards the end of season 1 when he made his first appearance. Oh, Jesus. God damn! Whoa! Holy fuck! I knew the animation was gonna be insane, but this is already crazy. Yeah, you turn around, turn the car around. We got other places to be. Oh, never mind. These are these devil hunters? The hell are you? Okay, yeah.
20時34分戦闘開始敏感のデビルハンターかな
Yeah. Oh. Oh my god! Yeah, all those guys are instantly dead. Ooh, Beam got away quick though, yeah. It was into Fuchu training facility. Now's not time to be training, we're all gonna get fucked up. It's crazy, because Aki's pretty powerful for a devil hunter, and yet he still struggles. Beat the shit out of this dude. It is quite a division. Angel here obviously has been assigned to just hang out with Aki. Was it 5 years? I thought it was 2. Oh shit, I guess I was wrong. Power going and yip yapping. Oh, whenever Aki was talking to Makima and we saw Power talking to Angel, Power probably said it then.
僕も早く死にたいな。生きてると頑張らなきゃいけないからね。君未来の悪魔と契約してるんでしょ？試しに聞いてみてよ。僕がいつ死ぬか。
When I'm going to die.
ごめんだな。
Yeah, Aki doesn't want to give up Aki doesn't want to give up what little he has left to answer that question for you. Yes.
はい。デンジは。
ボブが来る。銃の悪魔の仲間。
なんでお前がそんな情報を知っているんだ。答えろ。ここでお前を殺すこと。
Jesus. If I tell you, they'll kill me. I promise Makima. No time to ask questions. There is a girl slowly walking towards us. This guy's about to get eviscerated. Why does everybody... Am I weird? Why does everybody walk with their legs so... Their, like, feet spread so far out? My feet are really... In fact, I'd say my feet almost go in like this. My feet are like, exactly straight, if not a little bit curved inwards. When I just walk normally. Guys, oh god. Good morning, Dingy.
Reze.
仲間を連れて後ろに下がっていろ。ここにいるニカ全員呼べ。それと、あの美女どこかで見たことないか。
ないですよ。
いや、本当にまさかな。
すいません。あとは頼みます。
カシイチ、加藤、頼め。あいつを殺せたらおごってやる。悪魔として扱え。
Handle her like you would a devil. Yeah, your little ploy there, sorry Reze, was not super convincing. Your acting skills around Dingy were great in the beginning. They were not so good there.
なら仕方ない。
Oy.
皆殺しコースかな。
Whoa. Like I said, there's not a lot of stuff I remember about the fights, and they probably are greatly expanding. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not good at reading fights, so most of the fights I end up just like being like, okay, yeah. Like I read through and I can appreciate the art and stuff like that, but I don't, it's not something I pay a super ton of attention to. Like, the reason I remembered the pool scene so deeply is because that is a scene I paid a ton of attention to because of its significance and things like that. So, a lot of the fight stuff, I don't actually remember, like, any of, and obviously the anime is going to expand on it probably a lot, I would have to assume. That's crazy, what the fuck? No, well, I feel like if she just transforms, she'd be alright. Yeah, because I don't think they realize that she's a hybrid. They think, maybe they do. Yeah, no, they did not recognize what she just did there, so no, they don't. Oh, I do remember this! Oh shit, I just remember what she does here. Blows off her head and regrows her body from her head. Because obviously the mold in her body there wouldn't go away. Hey! I think that's what oh! Did I hear a Wilhelm scream? I think I just heard a Wilhelm scream. Maybe, I think that's what she does. I might be wrong here, to be honest with you, but... Because, I mean, she effectively... Fuck it, I'm gonna just let it play out. I'm gonna stop trying to act like I remember these scenes super well. These are the ones I don't. There it is! There's a Wilhelm scream! Oh! Yep, regrew that body after her head blew up. Hey! Her other body's running around, too! Whoa, he's got con! Maybe that's where Aki learned it from, was able to make a contract from. Because I think it was, oh god! Well, that guy's dead, no more. I think it was said that Con makes a lot of contracts with humans, with devil hunters. Hey! Yeah, I do. I also remember she fights almost naked for the entire fight. She obviously got to drink blood. Oh my god, yep. Yeah. Everybody just got wiped out in a fucking instant. Hey! Wow, Nomo is still alive, just missing an arm. Hey! The vice captain here. She's not dead. Yeah. Last time all these contracts with Colin are getting fucked up here because Colin ate the katana devil and was like, fuck that, I'm not working with you anymore, Aki, and now is being forced to eat another hybrid. Yeah, bye bye. This guy fighting without an arm is crazy. Somehow that explosion hit him. Why is nobody revving Denji's engine? Can somebody please rev his engine to bring him back to life? But also, I guess he does need blood, but nobody's even revved his engine once. But then again, they don't want him to change into Chainsaw Man form right now. That's not necessary at the moment. But yeah, he could probably use a little bit of blood. His neck is slit, his tongue is gone. Yikes. But yeah, that guy took a point-and-blank explosion with the body literally hugging him and came out okay. Okay for, you know, what an explosion like that should do to you. Hey! What was that? Can't even tell, those pictures are so distorted. Oh god, was it everybody in there dying? Oh, that's okay. She got some undies at least. I don't know if she took those off her, oh my god, that's crazy. I don't know if she took those off her other body because she was completely bug nude before that. Except for her little bomb thing, which I forget what those are called, but it's the thing that she has that drapes down in front of her. I forget what those are called. Oh! I remember that panel. Oh my god, they did that justice. Holy fuck, that's so creepy. Oh my god. I will say, one of my biggest complaints about season 1, after I finished season 1 and then I read the manga, they did one of the panels that is so good, so dirty. I have to go and look, but it's the one where Denji is being like held up like this by what, I forget what the exact scenario was, but he's being like held up. It was like totally CG in the anime and it did not look very good. It just flat out didn't look very good. In the manga, oh my god. No, it wasn't Denji. It was a Katana Man. Or was it Katana Man? Am I forgetting now? No, it was Katana Man, I think, right? And he's getting like held up by the cursed devil that Aki stabbed him 3 times with, and it's like all CG or something, and in the manga it looks so good and so creepy and so atmospheric, but in the anime it's like all this weird like CG and like the blood splurting out doesn't look very good. I think it was Katana Man. Maybe I'm wrong. It's like I said, it's been 3 years since I watched season 1, and all I did was watch a short little recap video before this, so I might be misremembering there. But I think that was it. But god damn, did they do this justice? Holy fuck, that is creepy. Yep, took both the vice captain and Nomo's heads. Hey, oh my god. Damn, good driving by Aki there. Oh my god. He's whipping that bitch. And she realizing it's not gonna be that simple. Hi! She got her so quick. Woo! Here comes violence! Woo! I love how it's very, very subtle, but she could have blown up that car. There's gasoline in the front of that. She could easily snapped, blown up the car, killed everyone in it, and taken Denji. But she purposely doesn't want to do that because these people are clearly close to Denji, and she doesn't want to kill people close to him. If she, like she said, she doesn't want to kill people she doesn't have to, but especially people that are close to Denji. She just wants to take him and go. Because like I said, of blowing up the front of the engine, she was gonna punch through the roof and try and take him. Ooh, yo! Wow, she blocked out like it was literally nothing. Though, isn't Violence Fiend being held back constantly, though? I'm pretty sure they said under that mask there's a constant poison going through him that makes him weaker. Because otherwise you can't control him or something like that. Okay. Oh god. Oh god, hello Kobeni. Oh god, we get more Kobeni squealing. Yeah, this street looks like a carnage scene. Cars all over the place. I saw a dead body over there. Aki's swerving through lanes here. We gotta get away fast. Oh, she's coming. Jesus! Good morning, Denji. Not even right behind us. She is on top of our car. Or is she cars behind us? Did she land on a different car? Oh, nope. Oh, no, she landed on a different vehicle. He's trying to get into contact with people! What? What? Wait. I was not expecting to hear this song. It's the fucking third ending, the song that never got finished. Are we gonna, is it gonna be just the same like 1 minute 30-second bite that they have for the third ending? That was one of my favorite endings. The power ending is my favorite, which is the fourth one. The third ending is probably it's in my top 5 of the endings for sure. But goddamn, we never got the full song ever. That was 3 years ago, and we still don't have the full song. Are they just gonna play that same minute 30-second bite here? I was so not expecting to hear this song. They played it in episode 5, if I'm not mistaken, and that scene was crazy. But now they're playing it here? Yeah, that's a great question. Oh! He's going out to fight! Yeah, his left arm isn't even a chainsaw yet. It hurt so much I thought it was going to die. Yeah, I mean, getting your arm cut off, your tongue cut out, and your throat slit is not exactly the most comfortable situation ever. But yeah, Denji woke up and immediately got to action here. It's time to scrap. Oh, Jesus. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh, I love that line. I do remember that line. That's such a good line. Every girl I ever try to meet always tries to kill me, and then he's like, everybody wants the chainsaw heart, but what about my heart? Oh, so good. I think I actually heard the dub clip of that where he screams that out. I actually, for one thing, I'm gonna say the dub line is better. It sounds so sad and hurt whenever he screams that out. Yes. I mean, she's not lying. What a shot here, the rotating shot. Hey, Reze does not like her. It would have been no use even if we ran away together. I just realized we are getting more of the song. I just realized more of the song is playing right now. I was too focused on what they're talking about to listen to it. We are hearing more of the song. I don't think they just looped it. Or him like mimicking her. Is this the same song, or did we move to a different song? It is definitely the same song. There you go. Whoa! Oh god, that's her finger. Were they did they have more of the song done and they were just saving it to play here in this movie or something? Or did it genuinely take 3 years to add more to the song? That was very interesting of her there, though, to like be coaching him mid-fight to be like, you're not using your power, right? Oh god. Oh my Jesus! Hey! How Denji is even still in one piece after that is beyond me. He should be obliterated into smithereens after that. Okay, he is actually. I think he's missing his bottom half, actually. I take it back. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus, yeah, people aren't looking too good there. Oh my god. Yes. No! Oh, he was revving the engine like as she was kicking him so that he could start reviving because he knew he was about to get walloped. Whoa, I love the like squiggly style here. The people have that style on them too. It's like the smoke is like making it all interesting. It's very like squiggly style. I don't know how else to describe it. I think there's probably a better word for it. Well, like, look at Reze here. Oh, there goes the chainsaw. Oh my god. Jesus. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, he's literally just a torso. The upper half of the torso, like his chest up and his head. Oh my god. Jesus. And the fact that Denji can revive from that is fucking insane. Got a lot of dead bodies around here. Ooh! Aki in the rubble there? What a move by Aki! Ooh! Yes, she'll blow you up. You better fucking hope, dog. Oh, God. You have to have it here. Perfect judgment, you better fucking have it. Nice! He's doing damage. Okay, but she heals right back. Yeah, yikes. Did Angel save him or something? Or? Oh, hello, Violence. I'm anemic. You're running out of blood. Almost naked. No! No, God. Oh, fuck. Here comes your buddy Typhoon. This fight is insane. Reze's blowing up shit. This whole area's been like torched and blown up, and now there's a typhoon. Like, I remember this fight being crazy and chaotic in the manga, but it feels exemplified here in the anime. I'm doing the can we get some blood for Denji, please? That man was literally just, yep, okay, Angel's gonna give Denji some blood. Ugh. Is he gonna turn her into a weapon, or is he giving her blood to Denji? Yep, he's giving the blood to Denji. Ugh, god damn, so gory, Jesus. Get ready to rev that chainsaw. As long as that heart's in there, he can come back to life. Yep, that's what happens with the hybrids. Your girlfriend. Or kill her instead. You know about the chainsaw devil. As he was saying to Aki, though, apparently Makima's not letting him talk. Doesn't use his legs. It's so over-exaggerated. Exaggerated movement. It is true that Chainsaw in like Denji in every fight gets his ass beat. He feels significantly weaker than the other hybrids. Clearly, obviously, you know, most of the time it's because they have honed their skills. Like Reze has been trained, obviously, to use her powers. As she was pointing out to Denji earlier in their fight, he doesn't use his powers very well. Ooh! This so exaggerated movement, oh my god. Yes! As soon as he put it in the mouth, I was like, wait, I feel like I remember this, and then that showed up. I love it. The Beam and Denji duo is so good. I love it so much. Because Beam was like, use your chains, and so Denji's like, okay, it's time to go, horsey. Time to go, horsey. That's gotta hurt though. Those are chains in your mouth. Yeah, it's not. You're probably supposed to move around like Spider-Man or something with your fucking chains. Even Angel's getting in on this. Like, no, this is not how you're supposed to do this. Oh my god! Okay, this has gotten significantly louder all of a sudden. Jesus Christ, the volume was so quiet in the beginning for most of the movie. It wasn't that loud. This is a lot louder. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. He's fucking laughing as Denji's cackling as he rides around on Beam. She's like, what on earth? This shit is crazy. I love being able to also actually tell what's happening in the fight. This makes this shit so much more enjoyable. As I mentioned earlier, it's definitely a skill issue, but God, it's actually good to be able to see the fight. Oh my God! Yeah, I remember this panel. This shit is nuts. Everything going on is crazy. You're fighting the bomb devil, Reze, and then the typhoon devil on a fucking shark devil. A shark devil fiend, and you're riding him like a horse. What? How do you come up with shit like this? It's so crazy. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, everything's just been destroyed. Yeah, kaiju battle for sure. Yeah, you know Aki wishes he could do more. Beam dodging him for his life because he's so fucking fed up with him. This is crazy. Oh, fuck me. Oh, good shit, Denji. Just doused her in the blood. He said, oh, good. Denji, you goober. Yeah, that is an understatement. This is, oh my God. This is fucking nuts. This is crazy. I love it. Oh my God, it feels so much more chaotic than the manga, which was already crazy. I love it. They've exemplified the emotional moments 1,000-fold, and now the fight and just the chaotic energy is so good. Oh my God. And this OST is so good too. Oh shit. If you touch that body, don't touch his body. Oh, Jesus! I mean, Angel was saying this whole time that he wanted to die anyway. But obviously we know Aki doesn't want people to die, whether he says he can be friends with them or not. We know he doesn't want people to die. Oh yeah, because the future they could have looked at earlier just means today was my day to die. Or the future that Angel was asking Aki to look at earlier, not the future they looked at. You know what I mean. Oh. Oh God, you're touching him. Oh. God, that scream. The more you touch Angel, the more your lifespan's being drained. Obviously, it seems like doing it over clothes doesn't affect you, but you touch his skin. From just touching his hand. Jesus, and he's already down to 5 years. Oh my God. I mean, yeah, I see why people ship him. There's a very intimate scene there, but I do love it. Aki is just so tired of all the death and everything that he constantly sees around him and being able to do nothing about it. We're back to this chaos. Beam just running across all the debris. Ooh, good shit, Denji. Oh my God. He's deflecting the bombs by throwing Beam into them. Oh my god. Jesus. What were the sound effects here? Sound like cartoon sound effects. And then they're like, he's like straight upside down. Oh, there goes Beam. Now we've been separated. That's not good. Dude, oh my god, they're snapping. Holy fuck. Whoa! This shit is crazy. You definitely weren't seeing any of this in a manga. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Ah, yeah, this was in the trailer. The music playing like muffled. There goes his arm. Oh, he worded again. The first person. How, dude, this first person angle is crazy. How dingy, once again, how dingy is in One Piece after all this? I do not know. Oh my god, he's just been getting destroyed. But that's the power difference between somebody who's just learning their powers and someone who's clearly been trained. Oh my god. Denji gotta have some plan in mind. He's not just hanging there for no reason. Is that Beam? Ah! I'll make sure you won't regret using me. God, dude, this whole entire... Bro, there's gotta be so many casualties from this. This entire city is getting destroyed. I mean, I know it's nighttime, so a lot of people aren't at like these business buildings, but like, holy shit. This is nuts. Yeah. That fat ass to shut up first. This is crazy. Dude, I love this movie so fucking much. Oh my god, it's been so good. We are in the heart of the typhoon now. Bro, this shot. Also, I do question why the typhoon is like a baby. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever questioned that before, even while I was reading. I don't know how I've never questioned why the typhoon devil is a baby. Part baby. I can't. Whoa! The animation style switch up. He's a fucking cackling while this is happening. He's just using a chain to hold on to Beam for dear life. Back. I can't. This is so peak. Oh my god. Like I said, the stuff that I liked about the Reze arc was all the like psychological, the romance between Denji and Reze and all the above. The fighting, I was like, take it or leave it. The scenario's kind of crazy with all the fighting going on. But as I've said before, I don't follow manga fights very well. And so this is just another level of enjoyment that I'm getting right now from this fight. Oh my god. This is crazy. The fucking horse noise that they played whenever he saddled up on Beam again. I'm spitting everywhere. God, I'm so happy I didn't go see this in theaters. Just being able to sit here and talk and yap and cackle and scream and have fun, all the above. Oh my god, I would not be able to do this in a theater. Though I'm sure the theater experience was great. Does he just scream, yeah? Woo! Just swinging him. It's because it's a giant enemy. You just swing around like crazy. Where is Reze at? I guess she didn't want to come to the heart of the typhoon here. Oh, Jesus. Beam's right in the water of the typhoon. This is crazy. Ooh, that was cool! What do I even say about that? What genuinely, what do I even say about that? Holy shit. That was incredible. What? Also, this shit is so loud. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to do some audio work in the editing because it went from very quiet to so loud during this fight, but oh my god. Holy shit. That is so sick. Looking like Nickelodeon out here with the green goop. They took out the fucking Typhoon Devil, Beam and Denji. It works because Beam is a shark, he can ride the water and shit like that, and Denji was such a large enemy, can just go ham and cut him up. Oh my god, the blood. Jesus Christ, it covers that much of the city? Now we're in a pool of blood. She's right there. She's not gonna give you a second to breathe. Ooh. The also constant, like, oh my god, the also constant like color shifting and things like that is crazy. Like like here the scene shifted to red really quickly after she showed up and dropped all those bombs. Yeah, like right here, looks so sick. Oh god, she's got your chains. Oh. That was so cool. Oh my god. Oh my, dude, I can't. This is so cool. This OST. Oh, like the fight. Oh, that's so good. Denji's learning to use his chains better. He's using his power better. Oh my god. He's missing an arm though. That's, oh god, Denji, watch out. Hey! Good shit, Beam, I think. Did we still get hit by that? Oh my god, Beam protected him. Oh god, Beam tanked the hit. Oh! That didn't look good. Oh, Jesus. Did Beam eat Denji? Is that what just happened there? Is that why she's targeting Beam now? Did Beam eat Denji? Yeah, he ate him. Okay. What a clutch by Beam. Hey! How is Beam not dead? Genuinely, how is Beam not dead? Oh my god! He looks about dead. Beam did say he'd make it worth your while. Love how you considered it for a second. He was like, nah. Oh, Jesus. There goes his right arm again. Yep. Nah, she didn't have anything to say to that one. She didn't have anything to say to that one. This pause where she had nothing to say and she just changed the conversation topic. Nope, I'm bringing you in the water with me. Ooh. Time for a final battle. 1v1. Bro, I'm gonna go back. Oh my god! No, like the Chainsaw Man manga is so good. None of this shit's happening in the manga. Oh my god, dude! This OST. I'm sorry, I've talked about the OST so many times, but Kensuke Ushio is just a god. Oh my god, there's been so many noticeably incredible OSTs. This one here sounds so good, as if they hit their final 1v1 here, dude. Like I don't even know. Yup, the chains. Ooh. Dude, he's running in with no arms. The chains are just out. Yeah, that's not healing. He needs blood. Ooh. Ooh, they came out of his legs there. Whoa. Yeah, because he dug him into the floor. We've seen him do his legs before when he killed Katana Man, but I was curious what he was doing with them. He dug them into the cement to hold his ground. Denji, my goat! And then they fall to the water. Oh, don't do that. No! Oh my god. Yep, trying to explode, but it just sent them down further. Oh god, Denji's arm over there. Down to the bottom, to the sea floor right here. Oh, she leaning her head in, or I'm curious who's thinking of these memories as they fall down in the water. Is it Reze or is it Denji? Fuck, it might be both if I'm thinking about their memories at the pool there together. I'm curious if her leaning her head in is just like her accepting defeat or her drowning, maybe. Ooh, you see, oh, his the highlights are flickering. Oh my god. Holy shit. Good morning, sleepyhead. Denji even put his jacket on her, because she obviously had like no clothes after her transformation went away. Obviously, you know, Beam probably went to the seafloor and got them. Oh my god. Sorry, I was just so zoned in and locked in on the moment here. This shot is gorgeous.
信じられない。どうして私を蘇らせたの？
素晴らしき日々を送っている。ひどい目に遭って死んでも、それで帳消しにできる。
God, Denji, you angel. You absolute angel. You deserve so much more, but he's satisfied and okay with so little.
ここでレゼを捕まえて公安に引き渡したら、
Fishbone stuck in my throat.
素晴らしき日々を送っていても、何も最悪だ。
今私に殺されても同じこと言える？
殺されるなら美人にってのが俺の座右の銘。
もしかして
Yes.
もう全部嘘だよ。
Lies. 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 Lying ass. You are a liar. So, in the beginning, that's probably true, but not all the way through. Definitely not. You're a liar. It definitely feels like she's doing this to, like, push him away last minute before she goes away. Or, more or less, she's probably trying to convince herself that is the case. That it's all just fake and she never actually liked him. Almost near the end of the movie. What an experience this has been.
君と戦うのに時間をかけすぎた。じゃあ私は逃げるから。
一緒に逃げね。
You have a better chance at escaping.
私はたくさん人を殺したよ。エンジ君人殺しに加担するってことになるけど。
仕方なくねえけど仕方ねえな。まだ俺は好きだし、全部嘘だっつうけど、俺に泳ぎ方教えてくれたのは。
You did. Oh, Jesus.
少し賢くなった方がいいよ。
レゼ！なあ、レゼ！
You know she genuinely wanted to kiss him there. It's like Reze said earlier on, the fact that he knows Makima and all the above, she said it herself that they never would have been able to run away. And thus the tragedy the tragedy part of the story begins. I'm not excited to see this, man. Oh, god damn it.
今日の昼にあのカフェで待ってるから絶対
All the water rushed over him, and she obviously broke his spine. And Beam is just conked out. Paycheck money. He's getting everything ready to run away. No. Why? Oh my. I hate that I know it's coming. No one's scolding their children. Oh, Kishibe.
そこにいる子供たちに自由はなく、物のように扱われ、死ぬまで体をじくだのおとぎ話のはずだった。
Yeah.
アメリカのジャーナリストが突き止めて、この写真も当時公開されていたが、すぐに聞かなくなったな。
She was one of the ones. Yep. She's pulling up to a thing to donate, and she donates and gets a flower, just like he did in the beginning. Although he wasn't donating to typhoon damage.
ソ連が
But underneath that all, a fighter, you know, made to serve their country, treated like an object, all the above, is just a girl who wanted to experience a young love, going to school. She could leave right now. Take her train and leave the country. But she doesn't. Even if she knows after what she said about them being unable to run away, she cannot help herself but go back. Even if she knows it's futile. This fucking alleyway. Look at how she's running to him. Notice how, I'm gonna go back over this whole thing again. Notice how she walks very robotic everywhere. I noticed that earlier too. Her walk is super robotic. Like, very much like a soldier. Just very firm walking. And then, in this moment, by herself. Because when she's by herself, we kind of see her operate the same all the time. But, in this one moment here, she runs. The country mouse too. Implies that she heard Denji and Reze's conversation. And Angel's there watching. Angel's the one who's helping. I knew it was coming all movie, and I still, nothing could prepare me for this. There it is. Jesus.
早川くんと一緒に来てって言ったのに殺させたくなかったんだ。優しいね。
まあ、天使ですから。ねえ、都会はいいとこかい。
Is the city a good place? Okay. God damn it, all the hype from the fight just got absolutely raked out of me. I mean, the song's already gorgeous. Holy shit. I forget the name of the female singer, so I apologize, but I know obviously Kenshi Yonezu. Oh my god. Holy fuck, I'm so glad I didn't listen to this song beforehand. Oh my god, this is... Oh my god. There he is. I genuinely don't know how Kenshi Yonezu's voice is just this heavenly. This is the part I've heard. 70% edit. I don't want to pause the song, but 70% edit. That's talking about the fucking song. The one from what is the name of the band? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. The ED3, that one. That 70% edit has got to be that song, right? Oh my god, Kenshi, serenade me more, please. I had heard somebody say that Kenshi Yonezu wrote this song while having the page of Reze's death open. I don't know if that's true or not, but I remember seeing somebody say that, and oh my god, I can understand it. Oh my god, the emotions, everything. There's obviously an in-credit scene, if I'm not mistaken, because there's a bit of the manga that we haven't covered. I think there's a scene, right? Before we get the in-credit scene, I just want to talk about the name of the song being Jane Doe. And I had thought about this, and I saw some people talking about it. Jane Doe, implying, you know, typically when they find a person they can't identify, or there's a missing person or something like that, they name them Jane Doe. And with Reze being missing, with the fact that Denji never saw her and thought she never came back to him, I don't even want to talk about that because it's so sad. But that being the name of the song, Jane Doe, and the song she was singing in Russian had the word Jane in it as well, though I don't think it had anything to do with Jane Doe, with the naming of Jane Doe in particular. But let's get this in-credit scene, and then I'll begin my yap about how good this movie was. We might hit that 4-hour mark on this, because I I've been recording for 3.5 hours now. We might hit it. Yeah, oh, I didn't even realize the flower. All the petals having fallen off it at this point. God, Denji, you angel. Oh, him sitting there with a... Oh my God, man. Him sitting there with a bouquet of flowers just waiting for her to show up so he can give this to her and run away with her, not knowing that she died to Makima in the alley right behind him. I went through all this trauma when I first read this fucking arc, and now I have to relive this shit. Oh my God, it's just so tragic, and that's obviously why the tale of Denji and Reze is a tragedy, is the tragedy that it is because of everything that goes down here. Her saying during their fight, if we ran away, we would have never been able to run away. And her knowing that and having the opportunity to take the train and leave, knowing they could never run away, she still chooses to try to come back to Denji. She still tries to run back to him. Just for a chance to run away from Denji. A tiny chance to run away with him. Oh my God. Whew. Really holding back tears. Somehow this is like, I knew Reze's death and everything was coming, so like I was able to maybe a little mentally prepare myself for it, despite how hard that scene still hit. This, I could never prepare myself for this. Him just sitting there, just waiting for. Oh my God, man. Him just sitting there with a sad look on his face as he slowly starts to come to terms with the fact that she's not coming. Denji, if only you knew she tried. She tried, god damn it, she tried. Ugh. And then he hopes it's her, but it's hello, Power. Obviously, Power Power was absent this entire arc. She did not meet Reze at all. Also, the interesting framing of this scene, I don't know why it's in a completely different, like, the rest of the movie's full screen, but I guess this end credit scene they didn't do that for. I don't know why it's boxed in so specifically. Power and Denji's dynamic is such an interesting one. Obviously, I won't comment on it, but fucking ate them. Oh, Jesus. Yep, the alley's now cleaned. Also talk about how Makima appeared out of thin air from some rats. And that's it. Yep, just some credits there. That is the end of the movie. That was incredible, as I was expecting it to be, given all the reviews. You know what? Hold on. God fucking damn it, please. I blocked the light. It's just not working. It's a 10. The score. You can score it here after you complete the show. Or whatever you do. I'm giving it a 10. There's a 10 right there. That's a 10. I'm giving it a 10. There. So I was trying to fucking do whatever I did. That was, honestly, if I could, I'd rank it an 11 out of 10. That was phenomenal. I have nothing but the highest praises. Every OST was incredible. Kensuke Ushio killed it. I'm going to listen to By the Pool immediately as soon as I'm done here. I'm gonna play it and bawl my eyes out. Probably not, to be honest. I don't know. I've been recording for so long, my eyes are getting a little dry. I have, I've talked about this in videos before. Another reason I don't really cry all that much, and the most you'll really ever see me do is like lightly tear up. It takes a lot to really make me cry, but that's because I have really dry eyes. I have eye drops that I use fairly frequently and all the above, because I don't know when it started. It was like senior year of high school. My eyes just started getting really bad, and they were dry all the time and burning a lot and all the above. So I just deal with dry eye issues, which is a reason that most of the time I just lightly tear up and then it all goes away. But anyway, that's besides the point. This, and also, you know, after staring at a screen for 4 hours, it's easier said than done. With dry eyes to tear up. I almost did there watching Denji though. Oh my god, watching him just sit there and get more and more sad as she doesn't show up was genuinely heartbreaking. Him totally ready to run away with her if possible. But yeah, the whole tragedy of Denji and Reze I mean, what more is there to add? I talked about it all throughout. Her still going to him despite having claimed earlier there was never a chance for them to get away if since Denji wasn't intertwined with Makima, there was never a chance. And her, you know, clearly falling in love with him despite everything she said, and clearly that scene where she like told him on the beach there was her just trying to convince herself of that being the case, and just the pool and the fighting was incredible, by the way. Like I said, that the fighting was so good. That was not my favorite. I still don't think it is, but in the manga that was just like, I was like, okay, cool, the fight is kind of chaotic, crazy. The favorite stuff of the Reze arc for me was like by a million miles the pool stuff, the tragedy stuff at the end with Makima killing her. All of that was by far like my favorite stuff of the Reze arc, and this movie has easily brought the fighting up to be, I don't know if I'd put him on an equal level still, just because of the weight, the emotional weight, the visual storytelling, the show don't tell nature of the storytelling of Denji and Reze's dynamic and the tragedy of their tale and all the above. The combat was absolutely incredible, and the scenes were crazy. I was getting all hyped up and having a ton of fun with that. But yeah, I don't mean to compare parts of the movie. The whole movie as a whole piece of media was fucking phenomenal and might be my favorite movie I've ever watched. I think I'm not a movie person. I don't like movies personally, but this arc fits so perfectly into the movie format. It fits so perfectly well that it just worked. And yeah, the only other movie that I would say I enjoyed to the level I enjoyed this one is the Uma Musume movie. I think those are two of my favorite movies of all time that I've ever watched. From someone who doesn't watch a lot of movies because I don't typically enjoy them. I could go into my reasons and go a rant on why I don't enjoy movies, but I've talked about that before, and I don't want to do that and take up even more time than this video already is. What do I even add that's not spoiler talk, right? I'm just trying to think. I mean, I feel like I've got all of my thoughts out. The animation was gorgeous the entire movie. They really captured Datsuki Fujimoto's style really well. The visual storytelling, like I said, the show don't tell storytelling, and like the spider catching the butterfly during the pool scene, how that taps into Denji's like hypersexual nature of viewing love, and how for a second all of that was stripped away and it was just him and this girl bonding over learning how to swim at school at night. And I mean, just I could go on and on and on and on and on about how fucking incredible this was. But I think I'm gonna start delving into spoiler discussion now. I have some stuff to talk about from this movie that involves stuff that would be in season 2 of the series. So if you are an anime only, I think I'm just being redundant if I keep talking about my praises of this movie. The OSTs, the animation, the storytelling, the character writing, the characters, the comedy was really good in the bits that there was comedy. You had Aki getting some great moments here with Angel, where he was just, you know, pleading not to see anybody else die, because that's all he sees is just carnage and death constantly, and, you know, giving up some of his lifespan to save Angel, only for Angel to turn around and help Makima kill Reze there. But yeah, talk about their dynamic. But I think I'm just being redundant if I keep saying the same thing over and over. If I have anything else to add, maybe while I'm sitting down editing, I have something to add. Maybe I'll you know, record a little voice memo of me talking over the video, or I'll stand back up and record another little segment to rant about whatever I wanted to talk about or things like that. But as far as the anime only discussion goes, I think that is going to wrap it up from my reaction to the Chainsaw Man Reze movie arc. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day. And now, I'm not sure how long this spoiler discussion is going to take. I'm going to try to make it short so I can get to editing this, but I have a couple segments I wanted to talk about. In particular, the running away thing. You know, Reze saying that running away was never an option. I forgot she said that line when earlier in the video I had something to comment on. I typed out specifically talking about how them running away never would have worked in the first place, because Makima can see everything. Because Makima can hear and see everything, just like she heard their conversation about the country mouse and the city mouse. And I wanted to talk more about the movie scene and how important that is to Makima's character going forward, because later you find out her motivation for doing what she does, and she wants to make this perfect world devoid of anything bad, and that's why they're talking about the movies. And you know, it's innately by itself, it is not super important, but with later context, this scene of Makima here watching the movies because is super important, because Denji talks about asking her about, would your world have bad movies in it, because she doesn't see the value in things like that, and that is why she chooses the country mouse. I wanted to elaborate more on the country mouse and the city mouse thing, but I didn't know if I would be going into spoiler talk by doing that, so I just stayed away from doing so. But the reason that Makima likes the country mouse is because it is a world of peace, of complete peace. That is the whole metaphor of the country mouse, is that you have less maybe, but it is a peaceful world, and the city mouse gets more, but it's more dangerous, and Makima wants to wipe out anything she deems bad from this world entirely. And I could be forgetting some of the later stuff of part 1. If I'm being honest, there was so much dialogue and things like that for Makima during the final arc that there's definitely probably things I am forgetting because it's been a while, but overall I think that was the general message of why she likes the country mouse, because it relates to her here with the movies, because this scene by itself isn't important but it becomes important later on, you know, all of the above with all of that, and how good this stuff was, and her leaning in when Denji asked about having a heart, and then like specifically being like, yes you do, and then sniffing it because you know she wants that chainsaw heart. And then also another thing, if a lot of people I remember seeing like question, like, if Makima can see what was going on with Denji and Reze the entire time, why would she let it happen? And obviously if you're an anime only, there's no way to know that because it's purposefully ambiguous for now. But later on, Makima reveals her true plan was to set up Denji with power and Aki, let him get close with them and live a good life so she could strip that away so his contract with Pochita would fall apart. Because his contract with Pochita was, Pochita gave Denji his heart and Denji had to show Pochita his dreams, show him living a good life. And Makima was hoping that if she could rip that away, that she could take the chainsaw heart. And basically you could assume the reason she let Reze be with Denji and Denji fall in love with Reze is so he could continue living that good life. And then the second they think about trying to run away, she takes Reze away from him without him being able to see it happen, so he doesn't know that she died. He just thinks she left and didn't come back. Denji keeps that experience of having been with Reze and fallen in love with her, and he doesn't have to deal with the pain of realizing that she is dead. Of course he has to deal with the sadness of him thinking she never came back, which is very sad, but Makima stops a bigger, you know, thing, so she can later hit him with several big things in a row, with like Aki becoming the gun devil fiend, her shooting power right in front of him, like all those things she does right in a row on purpose, and she doesn't let Reze see her death here, obviously, because if Denji saw Makima killing Reze, he wouldn't trust her anymore. She could maybe convince him, but he would be very distrustful of her when she already has his trust gained. And also because her plan is not going into effect yet, where she plans on collapsing his world so she can try and break his contract with Pochita. Anyway, honestly, I think I'm going to keep this spoiler segment short. Those are really the things I wanted to talk about because it was really Makima stuff. Because like I said, I think I said this during the actual reaction, what's good about this arc is that I can talk about Reze all I want without spoiling part 2, except for obviously mentioning that she comes back. Like, I can't mention that, but I can talk about Reze all I want because she dies at the end of the movie and she's not in the rest of part 1 as like a sentient being. She's under Makima's control later on. But with Makima, I don't want to say too much on accident and accidentally spoil, you know, something about her like story later on, because she obviously becomes way more important during the Control Devil arc at the end of part 1. So that was why that's why I said what I said about, you know, like being able to talk about Reze all I wanted. But then Makima, I gotta be careful about what words I say and things like that. Anyway, I do think I don't think I have much else to say because Makima isn't really prevalent in this movie outside of the movie date, which I got everything I wanted to say there, and then I said everything I wanted to say about the Reze stuff herself, and obviously there was that flash of Angel. I just refused to speak about that. I was like, nope, I'm just literally not going to talk about it whenever they showed Angel like flying back in that flash of that person, because we know Angel's backstory. I don't think I remember it exactly, so I'm not going to try to act like I do, but Angel had that backstory with that village of people where he eventually finds out that Makima was the one who caused everything and took his memories. So yeah, I think that's what it was, and made him think something else happened than it actually did. But yeah, anyway, I don't think I have a whole, I'm gonna just skim through real quick, but I don't think I have any more spoilers to talk about. Yeah, because obviously we know the reason Makima was able to listen in on them is because she can use rats, and I forget what other things she can use, but she can use them to see through them, and I think crows as well. She can listen through crows and see and things like that. But alas, I think it is going to wrap it up. My feet are hurting. I've been standing for nearly 4 straight hours, and I have, maybe this is TMI, I don't think you guys care about this. I have arched feet, and so my heels hurt really badly when I stand for too long. But yeah, so I'm going to sit the fuck down and start editing this as soon as I'm done here. But yeah, this was an incredible 11 out of 10 movie. I already said goodbye to all the spoiler or the anime only people. So yeah, for all of you still here who are manga readers, I have not read part 2. I have not touched part 2. I have only read through and finished part 1. I'm waiting till part 2 is done so I can binge read it, because that's what I did with part 1 as well. I binge read the entire thing. But yeah. Like I said, I read the entire thing in a day, which is why I'm also fuzzy on some of the more minor details and things like that, because I read it all in one day 3 years ago. But anyway, yeah, for all of you still here, all of you manga readers, a part of me wants to say I'm going to read part 2, but honestly, if they're going to adapt part 2, I might just wait, but we'll see. Anyway, like I said, for all you manga readers still here, thank you all for staying for the entire video. Thank you all for watching. I had a ton of fun doing this, recording this, and yeah, I think that is going to wrap it up for my reaction to the Chainsaw Man movie Reze arc. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.